Hello everybody, Shadow here, and welcome back to Amarantus. It is time for our plan to go into action. Barely any time now. All remnants of us gone. Bedding and food back where we guessed they belonged. Stray pieces stacked away in stone niches. Reckon and insist we leave no trace after this is all over. Maybe he would have preferred to burn down the entire forest, and he's seizing his chance now. Petty. When you need to act, burn your safe places to the ground. Not for a second can you think we're allowed to come back. That's what gets you. Did your sister do that? Sometimes you make me wonder if we underestimate you lot. Marin got by on body language. The more vulnerable someone was, the better she was. I wonder if you could have chosen to take that path. It's a good question. If you burn them, the smoke shall be horrendous. Burning something that valuable does actual damage to the economy. I'm not an idiot. There must be a non-destructive alternative. Chuck them off the balcony, right into the sea. Some beach picker will lose their mind when those get washed up. They'll be trying to find the merchant shipwreck for weeks. We really could leave them here. The last people to stay left things behind. Yeah, trash. I shall keep one. Keep the one with the pants. You ain't doing this in skirts. I do many things in skirts. You can't move. Believe me, that holds true whatever I wear. At least in the skirts I have the element of surprise. I guess that's a fair point. Alright, off we go. We steal one last night of revelry before the riot starts. Which is to say, some of us get extremely drunk and some of us know better. I get drunk. Oh yeah! What do you think I'm gonna do next? Back to me and mine. Work and work and make it work. It did work. It can keep going. There's nothing wrong with what I've always been. And it's not like you've shown me anything new. I know what works. Okay. Okay, my turn. I'll make it. Wherever it is, I'll make it work. Maybe not so good this time. But this was just a first, right? Dry run. There's a whole life of chances. The chance I need, it's gonna come. There's a world out there that's gonna come find me. I'm next. There is always a space that will need to be filled. Your place is here. I've seen things I've never seen before. Thought about things I've had to before. I'm going to go home and see how I can fit all of that back in. See if I feel any different. I'm getting what I need. I'm going to see Cadut, to see right through him, and to know. After that, we'll see. And wherever I go, I'll carry all of you with me. You'll never get out of my head. Here's my toast. We might never understand the depths of all the wrongs that have happened here, the choices that have led the world here. There's so much we can't know. I'd like to remake the world, not in any big ways. Oh, hold on, sorry. I want it to make sense. If you make the world make sense, you make it yours. I want to see the story, and see our role in that story. So, here's to the day that we understand. All right. Clinky, clinky, clink. Got it. And now it's time for the assassination. Or, I guess, this conversation first. We'll know soon. What do you need? For you to be there. Find the look in his eye, the set to his head. Steal a piece of her from him, and see me in it. What if we find out... It won't change us, Aerie. Nothing could change us. I think... I never had a choice. I have only ever been here. But if I had a choice... I could have chosen you, kiddo. You wouldn't have. You'd have chosen something that would have made you happy. I wouldn't mind that. You do make me happy, son. Oh, I could have been happier, but... I want the world to be yours, my boy, though I once wanted it to be mine. Okay. Here's to you, Aerie. One step further. Okay. Interesting. It takes a few hours of walking through the countryside before the city comes into sight. Let's go. I stagger and trip on the path. There's more people out there than I've seen in my whole life. The landscape never turns into city. The city just slowly erupts out of the fields. The buildings get bigger and the space between gets smaller, and then the castle walls loom up, jagged and solid. Mireille puts her hand on my shoulder and leans in. She pretends like she's trying to stabilize her aching leg, but she's holding me steady. Stand tall, country boy. Got it. It's about time, huh? The castle grounds are encircled by fortress walls, and those walls are surrounded by a sunken garden. As we wait for the sun to set, we pace the length of the walls. The garden is rich and green and scattered with pools filled with goldfish. All it's missing is a few tall trees, a weeping willow, some benches. Why would he do this? Maybe he likes plants? Don't read into it. You can be total gutter trash and still like to look out on a pretty flower now and then. Are you into it? What's that one called? Oh, no. Those are angels' trumpets. Guy's fixing to kill. Wow, shocker. Here. Here? Is Mal on the other? I think the dungeon is here. The jail? Prison? I can't pick up the details. There are people in there. They're not happy. And what exactly do you think is going on out here? Right. We're camping ourselves right here. Night hits, we can get over this wall. I've got what we need, and I still think this'll work. All good over here. Is it good for all of us? We can make it work. We'll get you up. All right. So we wait it out. Reckon and I pull our hoods down over our faces, and we sit by the sides of one of the delicate garden pools, and nobody bothers with us at all. Until it gets dark. You'd best be on your way. Which way? Unsavory sorts keep company here once it gets... I'm not going to send you away, if that's what you're worried about. Lord Stein doesn't have a problem unless you start ripping up the grass or pissing on the shrubbery. It's ornamental. Why does he draw the line there? Our gardening budget's shot these days. Maintaining a garden like this, never mind the Lord, I'd give you hell for it. Don't. Oh, big priority. Bluebells and benches and posies. People dead in the streets and he's happy there's no holes in his lawn. No, I won't take you in for bad-mouthing the Lord. I don't know what sort of backwater town you lot are from, but if that was my job, I wouldn't be strolling through the gardens watching a lovely sunset. Say what you want. Screaming the city square death to the tyrant lord, and people roll their eyes these days. That's life, kiddos. I'm getting back on my rounds. All right. Ta-ta! That went surprisingly civilly. Promise me we never, ever turn into that. I promise you never accept. You fight and you fight and you raise up the people around you so none of you ever have to accept this. What do you think I do? Okay. Once it gets dark enough, we're hooked on and up and over the wall in an instant. Wait. Where are we? Here's a little oasis of peace and calm. A pond gently swirling in the moonlight, a gnarled tree, a small wooden bench. I know this place. The starlight off the water, the shadow of the weeping willow trailing into the sky. I dream of it every night. My dreams have brought me this far, and they will not fail me now. The grass is full of weeds. The pond is stagnant and stinks. The tree droops dangerously into the pond, and the bench is rotten like the salt-soaked furniture from the cave. But I know it. Every element different, grounded, lesser. A pond instead of a lake, a weary willow for a cluster of birches, a simple quiet space that cast a distant reflection. This is my place. This is our place. I try to draw on her, but she won't come. She never was mine, was she? I was only hers for a time. Okay. You're a part of this, Marion. Do you hear me? I will bring you more. Okay. Sure. We creep across the grass and stop by a barred window on the ground floor. Hello? No reply. Anyone? I glance at Reckon, but he's closed down, hands holding his head, fingers twitching. He jerks his head. A nod? Mal? Terry? There's a breathy hiss, but from overhead, not underground. Eric? He sticks his head out of the window and peers down at us, 2 stories up. Eric? Yeah, I made it. Oh, we told him you wouldn't come after us. Too smart for that, we said. Not smart enough. But you're not the only reason I'm here. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, you have a plan, don't you? We're here for Lord Cadut. We? The 6 of us are reclaiming the country. It's our right. Oops! I don't know what you've worked out, but this is not how to do it. Your mother... I think I've worked out enough to know what my mother wanted. This is awkward. What's he done with Terry? Did she put up a fight? Is she dead? There's been no fighting, Eric. We agreed to come. Have you seen the members of the guard around here? He asked Terry if she wanted to go back to work, and she jumped at it. Still had her old uniform lying around. Smart boy. Meanwhile, I'm left to my own devices. He can't stand the way I look at him. Okay. Eric, what sort of time frame are you working off? Weeks? Months? Hours? We're doing this quiet. Quick. And then what, Eric? This should have been a few years off still. I can't stand all this cryptic bullshit. One other question. What should I know about Marion? What have you been up to, son? We had a plan for all of this. This is my plan. It's too loud. He has to say it. You can't trust them any more than us, Eric. However, they've said they'll use you. Aklau won't be on your side. Reckon would never... Wait. How do you know he's... What? Reckon's words. He has to say it. Each sound is soft, round-voweled. I understood him, but I don't recognize a single word. He's only here to find his sister. I swear, Eric, before you came in, before they came to the house, we did have a plan for this. Sir, at least do me the grace of telling me who your sister is. Or was. Marin Endari. He said her name before, but now that I've tuned into the accent, I can hear the complexity of his vowels. Softer ahs and a diphthong partway through. That means nothing to me. I have no idea how to say it. Good job, me. Not Marin. Or Marion. It's our ears that keep adding in the I sound. He's been saying something else all along. Her name was Marin. I can't. You do me the grace of putting this into words. This isn't mine to tell, or yours. Eric, you go and find him. You make him tell you. You make him tell you. You've come this far. I deliver you back into his hands. You tell them what happened to her. She died. Is this what you wanted to hear? Is that what you wanted to hear? There is nothing good or valuable here. There will be no satisfaction. All we wanted... Who's there? I go for my sword, and Reckon stops me. Tell them to take us to him. They will. My name is Eric Triazon, and I surrender. Take us to Lord Cadut, please. And despite all logic and sense, they do! Da-da-da-da-da-da. Good! So Marin is our mother and Reckon's sister and probably Cadut's wife / lover, and we are Marin and Cadut's like love child or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing. We aren't put in cells, which is what I think we were expecting. We're left in an abandoned wing of the castle. The others, I think, were given free rein. I'm locked into a dusty old bedroom. Okay, so this is leading into the same sort of confrontation that we saw in the last one. Okay. Do we sleep and get another meeting with Marin? I searched for her all night, but she doesn't come. She promised she wasn't leaving. It's hers to see, though, more than mine. I kneel by the pond, and I listen to my own imagined breath, and she's not here. You bring some part of him back to me. I focus on my reflection. The tip of my nose curves up like hers does. My eyebrows have the same arc. Or arch. Come on, Ari. Our chins are different, but our eyes are close. Though hers are alert, and I always look half asleep. Always have. My hair is shaggy and wavy, and hers is straight. And who knows what color. I look like a living, breathing, scared person. Those days are long behind her. You're almost as close as I've ever been, Ari. Marion. Shh, boy. I am thinking. I have enough of myself to think. Still being cryptic? When do you owe me the truth? Me? I owe you nothing. You owe me more than this. Did I not deserve better than what I will lay claim to everything mine by right. You don't. Race you to the end, son. Okay. Sure. Hey, Eric. Hey. Her voice is coming from the corridor. I lean against the door. Rayan, why'd you wake me up? It's dark as hell down here, and all y'all friends are sleeping right through it. No fucking thanks. Okay. So, can you live with how it went down? For once, don't mind me. Can you die knowing how it went down? I think I might die either way. Yeah, but like, is it one of those things where you're gonna haunt us forever and wander the castle like, woo? Which at first I thought would be the worst, but now the idea is kind of winning me over. Or are you gonna be able to die with yourself knowing the way it went? Could you? It's not my head. It's not my head on the chopping block. Okay, fair. Sorry. Tell me something, would you? Tell me about one of your victories. Help me imagine how this could have gone. I'm not a storyteller, fucko. Rude. Very rude. But just once. As long as you make some real good reaction noises. Okay, I'll give it my best. When the sun rises, they collect us. Ah, we just skipped the story. Darn. They walk us through empty corridors, striding silent, heads down. Airy. Reckon? He shakes his head. I told you I wouldn't let you go alone, my boy. I want to see where we are going. I want to look him in the eyes. She's here. I know she is. But my eyes and my thoughts slide away when I try to look for her. What are you doing? Making my own eyes. Is he... Poor guy. Maybe he's sleep-talking? Typical. Who is that? Who did she tell you she was? You can hear her? I can see you hear her. What does she think she is? I always wondered if you'd... Quiet. And we're pushed to our knees before him. Okay. It doesn't have to be like this. He's a good kid. Mom? He isn't ready yet, but soon. Yet? After all these years? I was his age last time, and you stood behind me. Because we backed you for greater things. Not for this. This was the best I could do on my own. We're all out of time, Terry. You disgust me sometimes, Cadut. Okay. Sometimes. Hi. Father? You know him, Terry? How do you know me, boy? You thought you were the first? We learned better last time. You took this upon yourself. All I ever wanted. He's mine, Cadut. He's ours. We gave him everything we had. Time to find out if that was enough. All right. Terry. Terry hands me a sword, heavier and broader than the ones I grew up with. This was not exactly what we raised you for, but it always was a possibility. Terry, we need to talk. Talk to your father when this is done. He won't give us any more time. Okay. Come now, darling. You've learned the best from me by far. He never paid attention. Remember what you've learned. He will make himself kill you, if he thinks it is the only thing he can do, if he believes it is safer. But look at you. You've come so far, and he does not want to. He does not want to, Eric. Can I disarm him? Eric Treason. I see you. Let us play our roles. Oh, we don't even get a choice. I can't. Of course I can't. He learned the same way I did, but against 20 more years of experience. I'm forced to my knees. Very well. You are mine. We move on. I'm still mine. Steal a piece of her from him and see me in it. That was her only request. You're not in him. Or if you are, whatever part it is, he can't share with me. But you've always been in every piece of me. And you can take all of that. Okay. This is... Oh, she speak! If you think you have half the claim to our boy I have, then it was worth these 20 years to kill you myself. Surprise! No. Marin. Surprise! Family reunion! No, you can't do this. She's dead and we go on. You killed her. Is that what they told you? You should know. You can't do all of this and not know. You will not talk over me. Not when I have made it here. Not when I have carved myself down to pieces to make it here and find you surrendered. We made our decisions, and we knew where they could take us. All of us. If your story demands a martyr and a tyrant, then I killed her. If you look at one stupid love-struck fool and one... She would not hate me for it. For that? Oh no, not for that. For far, far more than that. I loved her more than that. And what use has that been? When did that do... What did that ever do for me? Did she ever love you back? You don't want to know this. We must know far more than we want to know. So you tell him, whoever you are. Who are you? Have they finally sent someone to find out? Someone to take a look into in my head and learn about Eric and... No. I wanted to learn about my sister. She wrote home to you. She never mentioned you. Not by name. I don't... Hi. Surprise! Oh gosh. Rakavana? Rakavana. I'm gonna assume that is close enough. Little Rakavana. Heart so open it bleeds out. Older than I ever was. Okay, I see. Will you share her, Rakavana, with me? Don't you... You can't talk to me. Stop looking at me. Reckon, you can't. This is Marin. She's... Where did you learn that? Did he teach you? I know plenty. Ackler. Who taught you to speak Ackler? She was the most purposeful person I ever knew. What did she do? She died. And then what? Rakavana, she needs whatever you can give. Harry, I don't understand. I thought you'd be... Make it stop talking to me. It'll drain you dry. Harry, I need to... What can I do for you? I don't have enough of her, not yet. And Rakavana won't... Please! I had to burn so much of it out to stay this long. What did she want so badly? I do this to myself. It's a very good question. Cadut. We've come all this way to understand. I want to hear the truth. From you. What happened? What did she want? What did she want? Her eyes were set on a horizon far beyond us. All I ever wanted was... I loved her enough for the both of us. I never expected her to feel the same. That wasn't what she wanted, or needed from me. I imagine for her, it was the power. Now he started talking. Words tumble from him. I don't think he said this stuff aloud in 20 years. I don't know how much of that is because it's me asking. Okay. What power? She must have looked my father in the eye and thought, you know something you don't. I know something you don't. I have something you don't. Okay. Lord Adair, across the table, growling and raging, thoughts visible even to me. Cadut Stein, scared and nervous and desperate, and he wanted, more than anything. He was so scared. Everything he had to give, she'd take, and everything she took, he gave. Oh, and I paid the price for that. I'd have her until the war was over, and that would have to be enough. She wasn't interested in staying, and I made my peace with it. But then, you got her pregnant. It wasn't supposed to be possible. Acklers and us. We didn't think it was possible. And when she realized, well, she knew the only way out was to leave. She told me she had to go home. Everything still unfinished. Leaving it to me to deal with Adair. Our whole future was laid out before me. 2 futures. 3. Right. I was so greedy. I never thought I'd keep her, but I wanted both of you, for as long as you'd have me. Imagine what it might mean if you stayed, he said. Succession to the throne. The world we could build, a solution for Ackler, where, if this works, you would be all right. You'd have to be. He was certain. I see. He knew a place where we could go, so we went. That was as good as a happily ever after. And then I died. Oh, wait a second. So the people that we saw signs of at the Summer Palace, was it Cadut and Marin then? Is that what they're trying to tell us? Because earlier they said that they found... Eric said that Reckon found Marin under the unmarked grave or whatever, right? Or something? If they think that's what's going on. And then I died. Let's just continue. You're nothing of her, you know. Pale and broken. All you washed away. You're a misshapen, misformed. You're nothing of her, and you're still here. You shouldn't be here. You should have come home, Marin. You child. Sorry. If she hadn't seen it through, she'd still be alive. But you wouldn't be, Eric. And I wouldn't be here, would I? What did you hope would happen? All 5 of us would come back here. I'd finally kill my father. It had to be me. Adair gone, war over, a new era. They made me put her in the ground. We did it anyway. Lou, Terry, and I. And you. And it worked. Did anyone ever tell you that? Did they? For a moment. For months. We worked. But Adair had friends who believed in what he did. And knew how he thought about me. I could weather it, but for you, it wasn't safe. Not with me. So you sent me away with Terry and Mal. Terry? He sent us as far away as we could go. We were meant to come back, once you'd fixed it. And then Aklau worked out she was gone. You could have told them the truth. Told them what? Even the truth made me look guilty. My own thoughts back then would have confirmed everything they suspected. Should I have explained that there was no way to save them? Offered you up as the last bastion between anyone and the throne? Someone who shouldn't exist, with no knowledge of what they might do? Leave my country to civil war or destruction. Theirs with the certainty there's no way out or us to be. Okay. No, my duty was never to them. The war was being fought long before any of us were born. It doesn't care about us. They will keep finding reasons until it's burned itself out. Someone like Marion, she could have stopped it. She could have remade the world to be what she wanted it to be. But me? Who knows what I would be if I could. I was only your age. Right. I see. We can't hold out much longer. Something needs to change, and now, here you are. We began like this. One of us should end like this, too. You coward! You... Sweet Cadut Stein, I wanted to see who he'd grown up to be, but he was so scared. Brave enough to kill his father, too scared to admit he might have done something wrong. Easier to resign yourself to your father's war than to become someone responsible for what we did. I wasn't finished. I left that to you. You can't take me out like this when I never finished. She never. I wasn't done. Oh. She mad. I had barely begun. I was his age, and I chose to be who I had to be. I did what I had to do. It killed me, and I kept being who I had to be. Nothing was finished, and now I'm still here, and she won't let me go. What did she leave to you? She was dying, and everything she had done, and every bad choice she ever made, would echo on and on and on, and she knew it. It was killing her, and she wasn't done. I am the drive to keep on going, whatever it costs, whatever is left behind. Okay. I am the drive to keep going on. Right. I am the drive that keeps on going. I will kill him myself if you don't move. Act. But I can't. Are you gonna let us kill you? This is their mess. I was brought here for what comes next. Oh gosh. I can't save here. Let Marin act. You brought me this far, Marin. I suppose, technically speaking, I can save here and then I can back up into the choice if I want to see what happens on the other pathway. One step further. It's your right. Hand me your sword, Aerie. Wait! Mine, please. Don't look at me. I still remember how it felt then. Once. To imagine you here, now, being something more. Nothing could be enough. But this will have to do. This will have to be. Blah, 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 blah. Wait. Wait. Not here. He passes one hand to his chest, over his heart. My head, please. I always wondered if it hurt. I hoped... Ah! So you'd like to be beheaded like you did your father. Fascinating! I am sorry I was not as brave as you. I will try to be now. Try harder. Oh, boy! Is that enough? Let me go. Okay. Your son is victorious. Your lover is dead. Your work is over. Oh. You're still here. Airy. My Airy. Have you... Do you have... Do I have what? Speak your words. Do you have enough to keep going on? To keep on going? Blah, 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 blah. I will. That's good. That's good. Is that it? Yeah, I guess so. I don't think I can decide that you've done enough. I reckon. I fought for so long to stay, and now I must decide to be done. While there's enough left to me, enough me left to decide. I suppose that's a way to look at it. Yeah. Maybe you don't have to decide to be done. Maybe you have to decide to hand it over. Look at all you've done, Marin. All on your own. Someone else can step up now. All we can ever know is that it started well. Right. Thank you, son. And you, little one. Rakavana. If she could have kept you. Take whatever you can of me home. Please? Anything of me. I don't want to be here. Okay. I will. And that will have to be enough. Airy, thank you. I always loved you, more than I had to. Oh boy! Well, does that make us the Lord now? Ta-da! Sir. Lou and I are here. We'll help you through this. Probably doesn't feel like it now, but you were raised for it. At least, that's how we always thought of it. How have you been thinking about it? I would say long-lost family history coming to light, truth be told. Suppose that'll do. Well, they're waiting for you. And you can hardly screw the world up any worse. So long, farewell. All right. Very cool. Oh, that was very interesting to see. We do have some epilogue bits, though. Well, Airy, I have to return home and correct some records. You can lose the hood for this conversation. Come on. Hiding your face is the only privacy you have, growing up like I did. I suppose you know something about that. I'm sorry. This is one of those times where words fail me. They're so clumsy. I know you've been avoiding me. You can't blame me, can you? This is hard. All of it is hard. And then, to put it into words. I won't leave you to fend for yourself. That would be both cruel and ill-advised. Amna and I travel part way together. Then I take our cargo to Aklau. Oh, when I have dealt with manners, I will come back. Give me time. That gives you time to sort out this whole war mess. A bit more than just the war mess. Can you get Aklau to send over some political experts back with you? I'm not doing this a moment longer than I have to. And I've always thought that your whole elected council system is... You are going to be good for them. This isn't what I was expecting, Ari. Not for a moment. I don't know yet how I feel about it. Give me some time. But... May I... I think... He wants to hug me. Or try hugging me, at least. You are getting better. Come here, uncle. I can't deny the hug. Why would I ever deny the hug? Thank you. Now, I reckon you've earned this with until... Okay, I can't read that. With until it must be without. Okay, fair enough. Now, off I go. Wish me luck, and I will wish you the same. Watch your friends and get ready. We'll be hard at work when I return. Okay. Cool. Duchess Mireille Bellegarde. Don't mess with the staff, Mireille. Why have a title if I'm not going to use it? You knew that when you gave it to me. I did know that. What is it? Those documents you sent around. What's the process on them? Well, first, everyone confirms for me that I haven't done anything completely stupid. And then the right people sign off, and then the whole concept of a lord is done, and we ask Aklau for help setting up something else. Mal and Terry are going to oversee that complicated bit, and I think they've got it handled, but I want to know how it works. I want to get everything as right as I can before I hand it over. So, what are your notes? Most of my notes focus on your wording. People won't take you seriously. Oh, Marius wants some sort of guarantee that we keep a non-military navy when the army is wound down for reasons of an exploratory nature, I think he tried to put it. Duke Marius, oh, you stop that. Eric, you have written here that we have to reestablish relationships with our old allies. But you want to do that, we're going to have to invest way more money in ships. Et voilà. Now, as for where you're going to get that money from, you work that out with Mireille. She'll get you there. But you're going to have to put money into those relationships and into those ships. Sir, Amna El Hat... Yes, Major? I asked you to remove a paragraph in your first draft. It has been put back in. Which paragraph? It is pretty to say that the war is over, but it is a lie to say nothing else. Before your people are returned home, more will die. More Eckler will die. Times will be tough. Tell them there is hope to be had. Fair. Also, the finances don't add up. Did Rayon have anything to add? Oh, no. She does not give a single shit. Pretty sure she's not even in the building anymore. Right, team. We can make this work. We've made it this far, and we can keep walking. Okay. It will be alright if you feel relieved. Okay. It doesn't mean you're wrong. I'm saying it aloud for me. Oh, hi. I know. Thank you. I couldn't if you hadn't come. What was it like? Like closing a door, and then 2 separate breaths out. Okay. She said she wanted to go home. It wasn't her. It wasn't. She was funny, and messy, and young. June was funny. Then he wasn't. But he'd still been June once. You're right. I should be glad that she thought she lasted longer. And once, she must have been... There was always something so familiar about you lot. He hugged the way that she did. Okay. Cool. Oh, you're doing all the work. This is the easy part. Here. Okay. So getting the corpse. Let's get you home. Right. So what exactly is Rayon up to with all this? This is what I get? Drag my feet across half the country, break my legs walking back, and fucker steal from me? Take my people, take my man, take everything else from me? Oh, y'all think you can fuck with me? I put a guy on the throne, you arseholes, and I didn't leave that to get fucked over by you. But I can get a guy on that throne. I can get mine back. Can't expect Treason to deal with you shits. As above, so below, motherfuckers. Okay. I don't know what any of that means. In terms of the grander context. Aerie? Reckon, you made it back. The journey isn't so long when you're not traveling through a war. I asked my father if he would come back with me and meet you. He did try, but out of the house is hard enough. Never mind all this way. He wrote you a letter. Or he dictated. Your spoken Ackler wasn't bad, but I didn't know if you could read. Can we investigate that, actually? I wouldn't know where to begin, but... later. Here. For Aerie. Aerie is a good name. Comes right out of the stories. Strong history. Did your mother pick it? Do you know? Rakavan said, you think you can fix this? Well, you'd know. We were all owed so much more, Aerie. You, little Rakavan, little Marin. The war is taken and taken from us, but we will hold on to what we have. Lives and lives and lives, round after round after round. You came into many things that were not your choice, but I think, with what you did and what you were given to do, I think our family owes you a great debt. I think just being here is enough. I think it will have to be. Fair. Okay. How much more do we got? Are we done? I don't know. That was really good, though. It was really cool to see all of the changes and stuff. Oh, hello. Pour me another, Lou. Are you sure? There's a lot of people need drinking too. Fair enough. First round, then. To our boy. Which one? Which one? To Eric Treason. No. Eric Stein. Eric Stein. Briefly may he reign, and better the world for it, with the people he has chosen to surround him. With the people he will choose to keep around him. May he keep the best console, console, and keep it always. We shouldn't give ourselves all of that credit, but we must take some of it. Your round. To Cadut. Makes sense. To everything we gave when we could, and everything he needed when we couldn't. To everyone we failed, trying to not fail him. To the months where he cradled Eric to sleep with promises of better worlds. To the boy standing in the doorway, saying he was in love, pleading for our help. Alright, yeah. To Marion and Dari. To Marion. Too young. She would have grown. She deserved to. Oh, we all deserve to. She should have. She would have been good for all of us. She was good for him, somehow. She never had time to be good for herself. There's the tragedy of it. To the girl who knew she mattered and died not knowing she had. To Lee. To Commander Lee. To the power she surrendered and the power she stole from Adair, and everything she left to inherit it. We have made too many promises to dead mothers. No, too many of the mothers we made promises to died. There is a little bit of a distinction there, I suppose. To change, and all its terrors, and to rest. Okay. To rest. To seeing it through, and to finishing. And to leaving it finished. I'm tired, Lou. I know. We'll still be here when we're done. Okay. I think that's probably the last scene. Yeah, okay. That was really good. I'm very, very happy with that. I think that will be it for this. For, like, the actual Let's Play, so to speak. But I might, go through and get more of the achievements and stuff like that on my own time. See, what else this game has in store. But I feel like it might be a little redundant just going through just to see the various different scenes. Especially now that we've finished the game. I don't know. I probably won't do it at all anytime soon. I'll probably take a little bit of a break. So maybe if you would like me to record videos of like some of the other pathways, or like very specifically like, oh, I want to see you romance every single character or whatever. Let me know that, I guess. But for now, I think that will be it. Very happy with how that was. It was a very good game. Very, very wonderful. Beautiful art style, beautiful music, wonderful story. I loved it. But that's going to be all for now, so thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode and this series, let me know down in the comments below, and maybe leave a like. And if you want to catch the next episode, either of this, if you want me to do some of the alternate stuff, or whatever else I do in the future, go ahead and subscribe. But for now, that's it, so see ya!